Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining this afternoon. My name is Dr. Brittany McLeod, and I'm the Associate Director in the Office of Undergraduate Research and Major Awards here at the University of Houston. So I would like to talk with you about what it means to get involved with undergraduate research and to be thinking about how to apply to competitive fellowships, major awards down the line as you get closer to the end of your college career. It's important to have these conversations early and often. I have a lot of students who come to our office and they think it's maybe a little bit too early to start thinking about getting involved with undergraduate research. Maybe they don't know as many professors yet. And it's okay. It's never too early, honestly. And so I'm going to dive right into this presentation. Our office does so many things. So we provide research webinars and special topic seminars. So just a few this semester, we have focused on diversity, equity, and inclusion in research settings. We've also talked about research ethics and how to use IRB, which basically you have to get IRB approval if you're going to involve people in your research. And that's a lengthy process, or at least kind of complicated the first time that you do it. And so we offer workshops on that. We've also had workshops on how to draft research proposals, because it's not always easy figuring out what to include in a proposal for a research project when you're trying to get funding, like you would for one of our programs in our office. Here in a couple of weeks, I will be doing a how to write a literature review workshop. And every month we have a getting started in research workshop where I just talk about how to get started, how to reach out to faculty, how to talk with TAs to get involved with their work, and even how to start independent research. Maybe you have your own research ideas that you want to go after. We talk about how to capitalize on all of those and the skills that you're gaining in your classroom. We also have several programs that are funded, so you get scholarships or different awards with these. The Houston Early Research Experience is something that I would encourage anyone at UH to apply to and participate in. Houston Scholars Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship, Action Research and Communities, which is a brand new program this year, the Provost Undergraduate Research Scholarship, Melon Research Scholars Program to promote a diverse academy in the humanities. We also oversee the whole university senior honors thesis program. So whether you are an honors student or not, you can pursue a senior honors thesis in your final year at UH. We also offer, in a typical year when travel is a thing that we can do, an undergraduate research travel fellowship that helps students go and present their work or attend conferences. We've had students go overseas to present their work. We had students go to Philly, Arizona last year, and it's just a fantastic opportunity to get out there and meet people in your discipline. And then, of course, in our office, we have advising for, like I mentioned, nationally competitive fellowships and major awards. So some examples of undergraduate research, because it looks a little different in all fields. It could be investigating how a concussion affects the biochemical properties of the brain to provide better and early diagnostic tools. It could be helping produce the first biography on a local architect, or investigating the stability of democracy by examining democracy in ancient Greece. These are all projects that our students have done in our programs, by the way. We've had students collect oral histories and pull together several historical documents. We've had students go and analyze the approach that different authors have taken in different texts. So I don't want you to feel like research is only in STEM and engineering kind of areas. I want you to know that this is something that undergrads in all disciplines can pursue. And also thinking about if you're a business major, research is something that you do every day. So I encourage you to get involved with research early if you're in any discipline, but especially those where you understand that you are using research on a consistent basis. So there are several benefits to undergraduate research. Of course, you get those hard skills that we associate with our discipline. So you get lab skills if you're in STEM. You learn how to analyze text if you are interested in doing that. But also you're learning how to think analytically, creatively, You're sharpening communication skills. Our SURF program, which I'll talk about here in a minute, we went completely online this summer for obvious reasons. And so the researchers involved realized very quickly the high level of communication skills that were required when working remotely on a project from various locations. We had some students who weren't even here in the States this summer conducting research with UH faculty on projects. And so learning how to communicate professionally, effectively, and figuring out a communication timeline with a research team was something that was critical. And this is something that we see in person too, right? So when we're working in person on research projects, knowing who to reach out to for certain questions, learning what types of questions to ask of the research team or a mentor, that's something you're going to pick up doing research as an undergraduate, which is going to set you up for success, whether you're thinking about grad school or you want to go directly into industry when you graduate. So obviously, you have the opportunity to apply lessons from class. College is amazing. You learn so much in the classroom, but you want opportunities to apply that information. You want to take it and apply it to real world issues. You came to college not just because you want to get a job and a paycheck whenever you're done, but because at some point you thought, I want to solve this kind of problem. I want to address this need in the world. Research allows you to do that. It allows you to learn more about those issues and the solutions to them. And so you have a real opportunity to make an impact in your field or in many fields, because we see more and more interdisciplinary research happening and undergraduates are involved with that. This is a great opportunity to build connections with your professors. It's one thing to go sit in class, take notes, ask questions here and there. It's another to go to their office hours, which you totally need to do. Go say hi to them. Just ask about their research, what they're working on. Professors love to share the research that they are working on, especially with undergraduate students who are interested. So this is a great opportunity to build kind of a network with your professors, and that is going to help you not just in those classes or in those research projects, but it's also going to help you get networking skills, figuring out how to work with other people from various disciplines. This is a great way to enhance your resume, any job prospects, and the pursuit of an advanced degree if you are thinking about grad school, like I mentioned. So working directly with a professor. In our office, our programs are primarily geared towards students working with a UH faculty mentor. This is not available at that many universities. Students will often at large research one universities like UH, they will have undergrads working with grad students or postdoctoral fellows, and very rarely in a one-on-one mentor-mentee kind of relationship like we have here at UH. And so when you get an opportunity to work with a professor, the type of professors that are here at UH, you're getting professional and academic advisement. You have an opportunity to collaborate with academic and professional networks, like I talked about a couple minutes ago. It's a great way to learn about the field from an insider's perspective and explore opportunities within your field. So by connecting with faculty early and often, I know I keep saying those words, but it's the key here, you are able to understand your field in a more, just have a better picture of the whole field and how it interacts with other disciplines as well. So I've talked a little bit about skills and benefits. Whenever you're doing research as an undergrad, there are times when you get to work independently and others where you're expected to work on a team. Many of the programs through our office are independent research that students do with a professor. Sometimes the students are working with grad students at the same time, which is a great opportunity to network and learn and ask questions. But these are really critical to get at this level, because when you want to go to grad school, having this type of experience is something that is going to set you up for success in so many ways. It not only makes you look like a great candidate when you're applying, but it makes the transition easier when you get to grad school. Many of our students in our programs lead their own research projects. So instead of having the faculty pick the topic and frame the project out and build the team, there are students who identify their own topic that they want to research, and they pull together a team of friends from class and find a faculty mentor to kind of sign off and guide them through it. And so this is a really great way to get some key leadership skills that you need as you progress through college and then graduate. And this is really just a great way for you to explore part of your field that's interesting to you. So you're going to be taking classes in college that, you have to take some for a degree requirement and then some for your major. You're going to find some that are really, really interesting to you and you want to know more about those subjects, even once you've finished the class and aced it, done great. And doing research is a great way to carry that into further inquiry, in additional semesters. In our office, we encourage undergraduates to present and publish their work. One of the ways we do that is through our annual Undergraduate Research Day event. And actually, if you go to uh.edu/UR-Day, you can see all of the presenters from this year. So we originally planned to have it in April, but we postponed to September and did a fully virtual event. There are 280 presenters there, over 260 posters, and this is work from UH undergrads only and their faculty mentors over the last 2 years. So if you're curious about the types of projects that students are doing in different disciplines, if you go to that website, you'll be able to filter by discipline. You can search for different keywords. And as we talk about some of our programs here in a minute, if you search for the Summer Undergraduate Research Fellowship or Provost Undergraduate Research Scholarship, Melon Research Scholars in that website, then you'll be able to pull up those programs, the students' posters. And so it's a really cool way to see what other people have been doing in undergraduate research to give you ideas for projects that you might want to do. But we encourage students from all across the campus to participate in this every year. It's fantastic. When we do have it in person, we usually have over 700 people come and visit during our 2-hour event. So it's a big deal. We're really proud of it. And I'd love for you to go and check that out if you have time. Like I mentioned earlier, we have an undergraduate research travel fellowship that helps students go and present at regional, national, international conferences. And we do have on our website a page that showcases UH faculty publications that have undergraduate researchers as an author. And so this is really incredible because not very many undergraduate students can graduate and say that they are published. So we really encourage that here at UH. It's a way for you to advance your resume, look really great when you're applying to graduate school, but depending on the type of industry you're going into, you may have to publish and write reports and be really skilled in those areas. This is a great way to get those skills, to gain them and sharpen them over time. I want to give just a quick rundown of all of our programs. So Houston Early Research Experience is the first one that you would all be eligible for. All of our programs, students are eligible at the end of their freshman year because we don't want you to get too involved in those first couple of semesters. We really want you to set yourself up successfully with your GPA, get involved where you feel most comfortable, and then towards the end of your freshman year, apply to these programs. So here, this program, if you finish up your freshman year and want to get more information about research, this is a great way to do it. So you do need to have a 3.5 GPA. If your GPA is a little lower than that, and I'm going to say this about every program in our office, but if it's just below the GPA requirement, please apply. It's something that, the GPA is important, but it doesn't capture the full college experience. And so if you want to know more about research, this is a great way. So the HERE program is a 2-week intensive intro to research. We talk about research ethics, the responsible conduct of research, different methods to research, how to write a research question, right? Because we think that's so easy, but when you start getting involved in it, you realize, oh, I don't really know how to ask this question. I don't know how I'm going to answer it. And we cover those things in the HERE program. This is an opportunity to network with UH faculty. Students in the HERE program are grouped by discipline, and have a UH faculty mentor assigned to each group, and they tackle issues in a certain theme. So a couple years ago, that was Hurricane Harvey. This year, it was urbanization in the greater Houston area. Next year, it is inequality in Houston. So from various disciplines across UH coming together to discuss these issues facing Houston and how we can address the needs of the community. This is a great way to learn research techniques and start talking about grand challenges as they relate to the city of Houston. You do receive a $1,000 scholarship as part of here and an invitation to join the Houston Scholars Program. Dr. Ricky Bettinger in our office is in charge of this program, and it runs every summer. Usually it is in May, but next year it will be in August. So if you are here at UH and think this is something that you'd like to do, we do run this program every summer, either in May or August, with a deadline right around spring break. So I've mentioned the SURF program already, but I will say that this is a program that that most students know about because the most students are eligible to apply to it. It is a full-time research experience. So if you have a 3.0 GPA, you can apply. Again, if it's just beneath that 3.0, that's all right. You need a strong research proposal for this one and a faculty mentor. So this is where it's important to find a professor to mentor you in your undergraduate research pursuits. So SURF, it's a full-time job. It's 40 hours a week for 10 weeks, first week of June through the first week of August. You learn about research ethics. That's a big deal in all of our programs. I really stress the importance of responsible conduct of research to students. We talk about data analytics and various disciplines, whether you're in STEM or the humanities or social sciences. We talk about how to apply to graduate school and major awards that can fund grad school, or maybe teaching and research abroad, if that's something you are interested in, like through the Fulbright US student program. The application deadline is usually in mid-March. So if you're finishing up freshman year, you're able to apply for the summer following your freshman year for SURF. It's a $4,000 scholarship that comes with this because, like I said, it's a full-time commitment. So we want you to be paid accordingly. You work with your faculty mentor and propose a poster to go and present at Undergraduate Research Day. And I mentioned already that you can access that by going to uh.edu/UR-Day. Feel free to browse the SURF posters. They are from 2019 and 2020 SURF Fellows. The ARC program I mentioned is brand new. This is also for rising sophomores, juniors, and seniors with a 3.0 GPA. We haven't announced next year's application deadline, but it's a full academic year program. So you start in September and really finish in April, I would say. This is a research project based off of a past service experience. So if you have volunteered somewhere in the community and notice that there are certain challenges that individuals face, and you want to learn more about why those exist and persist, this is a great way for you to learn about those things and do that research, and then identify a solution and develop an action plan that you then get to implement if you want to, and try to make things better for that part of the community. So the key with action research is this observing, reflecting, and developing an action plan to make it better. It's a constant cycle of improvement, I guess you could say. This comes with a $1,500 scholarship for the year. And again, students present at Undergraduate Research Day. The Provost Undergraduate Research Scholarship is one of our prestigious awards. It is available only to juniors and seniors with a 3.0 GPA. We award 20 of these in the fall and 20 in the spring. So limited number of these awards to give out compared to some of our other programs. This is similar to SURF and ARC in that you do need a faculty mentor. You write a research proposal as part of the application, but it's different in that it's a part-time program. It is maybe 6 or 7 hours a week as opposed to a full-time experience that SURF is. This comes with a $1,000 scholarship, and you work under the guidance of a UH faculty mentor. It's a very hands-off program. So SURF, there are weekly workshops that you are required to attend. In PERS, it is you, your mentor, and your project for the duration of that semester. The Melon Research Scholars Program is available, like I mentioned earlier, to individuals who would like to pursue graduate school in the humanities. The key focus of the Mellon Foundation is increasing diversity of the academy in the humanities. So when we're thinking about the faculty that we see in humanities departments in colleges and universities, we want to see more diversity and inclusion there. And so that's the goal of this program. If you have reached your junior year and you know grad school is something you would like to think more about, you want to start a research project, Melon is a great way to do that. And it also comes with a nice $5,000 scholarship. You're also getting a graduate school boot camp that lasts 2 weeks in the summer to learn about all things grad school, how to write personal statements, how to apply for fellowships and awards that can help fund grad school. Many of our Melon scholars participate in the Senior Honors Thesis program, so they have something published when they graduate, and they present at Undergraduate Research Day as well. The students do a full semester seminar series, and in the summer, they do a research project alongside the SURF program. So the Melon Research Scholars Program is really jam-packed with a lot of great opportunities to do research, networking, learn about grad school, learn about the research process. And if you're interested in this, it's a good idea to have the conversations early. Dr. Ricky Bettinger is also the coordinator of this program and can answer questions that you might have if you're already thinking that grad school is something you might be interested in. As I start to wrap things up here, the Senior Honors Thesis program is managed through our office. And I know that you're all a ways off from this, but once you reach your final 2 or 3 semesters, regardless of whether you're an honors student, you can do a senior capstone project that will get you the honors in major designation when you graduate, which is the highest honor that any student can receive from the University of Houston upon graduating. So you basically enroll in a 2-semester program. So it's 6 credit hours and can take the place of some other course requirements or 6 hours of electives in your degree plan. You have 3 professors on a thesis committee, just like a graduate student would have on their thesis or dissertation committee. You have a thesis director who kind of guides you through the process, a second reader who supports you, and then I assign an honors reader. And that is someone from the Honors College faculty that joins your committee to answer questions, to kind of guide you as well. So this is a great opportunity to publish, to learn from faculty, to focus on something you maybe are really passionate about within your discipline. I want to talk just for a moment about competitive fellowships and major awards. Our director, Dr. Ben Rader, is the advisor for all things fellowships and major awards at the University of Houston. So these are not financial aid fellowships or scholarships. So financial aid is different from this. These are external awards that are available to high achieving students throughout the US. They are academically competitive and often geared towards students who plan to go for an advanced degree, go to graduate or professional school. There are opportunities, like I said earlier, to go abroad with these or to stay here in the States, and so it's a really important way for you to make an impact in your field. You get an award for it. There's a lot of prestige that comes with many of these, like Fulbright, Boren, Goldwater, NSF Graduate Research Fellowship Program. There are so many out there. And so if you have questions about any of these, I recommend getting in touch with our office right when you get to UH to be thinking about how you can set yourself up for success in applying for these. Because yes, you need a strong GPA, but you need to have research experience. You need to show that you have been involved with the community, whether that is the Houston community as a whole or our campus community in some way, or your academic community. So, all the organizations that are associated with your major. You've got to pull all of those together in a way that tells your story and explains how you are going to further impact your field through whatever awards you're applying to. So, like I said earlier, and I keep repeating, the conversations need to happen early and often for these things. There are several ways for you to get connected with our office. You can subscribe to our listserv by emailing undergrad-research@uh.edu. You can also send any questions to that email address and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UHARMA, and then visit undergraduateresearch.uh.edu to check out upcoming events, featured opportunities, and just see what our students have been up to with regard to undergraduate research and the types of awards that we have received. I do want to give time for you to get to your next session, but our contact information is here. If you have any questions, I will hang out for just a moment to answer those. But thank you so much for joining us this afternoon to discuss undergraduate research and major awards at UH.